Thank you, Devin. And a local Eagle River private chef, Luke, had his debut yesterday on Deal or No Deal Island, and it got me thinking. For today's On Our Mind, if you could be on any game show, what would it be, Devin? What would it be?
Oh, goodness. I mean, I could probably see myself giving Wheel of Fortune a shot. I mean, because you spin the wheel and you have the letters and you can solve the puzzle. Jeopardy, forget it. I am not smart compared to these other people that are on Jeopardy. Maybe a no longer running show, the original Deal or No Deal. That one's more about guts and strategy versus this Deal or No Deal Island that's out there now. I'll be honest, I have not watched it, and a lot of it's probably because we have weird sleep schedules. I mean, it's really interesting how they turn an original Deal or No Deal show and really turn it into what it is now.
Yeah, it kind of is like a Deal or No Deal hybrid with Survivor. So kind of games like that. A
little bit of drama mixed in too. Obviously, that's the idea, to get people kind of glued to that too. Yeah. And again, I don't know all the rules and everything. I would have to watch the show, and obviously, it's kind of hard to do that with this schedule. But
but either way, it was exciting to chat with Luke and see him on the show, and it certainly got me thinking as well. I like Wheel of Fortune a lot. Like
yes.
it just sucks you in because it's just the word games. I think it's kind of like the Wordle and sort of Scrabble and stuff like that. It just gets your mind going, and there's short enough phrases where you feel like you should know it.
And the personality too. I mean, people love Pat Sajak. I mean, I hope he's enjoying retirement. I'm glad Vanna White's sticking around a little bit longer. And I know some people will probably taking some time to get used to Ryan Seacrest, but you know what? One thing, I mean, we want the show to go on. I mean, and that's kind of that good way to honor that legacy too. Kind of like with Alex Trebek when he passed away. His biggest thing before he died was he wanted the show to continue, and I think Ken Jennings has really grown into his role.
Right, but I think Jeopardy does a great job. I think Jeopardy's hard.
Oh my goodness!
Jeopardy, and people study for that.
You would have to dumb those clues. How do you study for Jeopardy? I don't know.
They spend weeks, months just going over questions and stuff like that. But I think what I would do is Smarter Than a Fifth Grader.
Oh yeah,
that show was a lot of fun.
That was fun to watch too.
Plus, I could get most of the questions right, except a couple would stump me. But you have the cheats, remember, Devin? There's like 4 different cheats that you can use, narrow it down to 50-50 option, phone a friend, we had a computer, steal a fifth grader.
We had a computer game one time of the show. My dad missed one of the questions, so he had to say, I'm not smarter than a 5th grader. He said, I'm dumber than a 1st grader. It was a 1st grade question he missed.
Oof, that's a rough one. But I really liked that game show, so if I had to pick one, I'd go on that one.
Yeah, right. I mean, I would definitely say, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader too? They're all good shows. Definitely something a little bit easier, because I know one thing before we get done here, because we were talking about Deal or No Deal Island, and how far ahead they tape these shows. These shows that are now airing, I believe were taped, last March?
Yes.
In 2024?
Many, many months ago, Devin.
It's interesting, just all the work that goes into taping it, to editing it together, and just all the works and rules and everything that goes into that.
Yeah, it is wild how far ahead they do these things, but it is interesting. I think now they got The Bachelor starting up again? It's just, it's interesting to see all the stuff going on.
I think that show's overrated. Same with The Bachelorette.
I'm sucked into it. Last year was my first year watching them. Love them. Love them.
I couldn't care less, if you want my honest opinion.
But we'll keep moving along this morning. We got some more stuff for you coming up. You can see how fun ways folks are sharing snow days together with an interesting leasing option.
Sounds like fun, but first, Howard is in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a recipe for creamy mushroom risotto.
Oh.
Risotto?